retirement package. Yeah, who needs this kind of money? His replacement, Theodore Craver, who also is currently working with the Edison Mission Group, he made $3.7 million in '07, so he's going to replace Mr. Bryson. Mr. Bryson's compensation for '07 was $11.7 million. You know, I think they should maybe tighten their belt in other places and not just keep gigging the poor consumer for these rate increases that we keep seeing. I just think they're totally uncalled for, and you know, we can't take it. Everybody's hurting right now, and so now is a terrible time for a utility such as Edison, which is all about making money. They're on the public stock exchange. Why should we have to pick up the tab for all of this? I just think it's totally unfair. Maybe they're asking for 18%, hoping to get 8%. Maybe that's their train of thought. But whatever it is, I think it's totally uncalled for and it's really out of line. Thank you.
The name is Talia Gonzalez, T-H-A-L-A-A, and G-O-N-Z-A-L-E-Z. I'm here on behalf of the Greenlining Institute, which is a public policy and advocacy center located in Berkeley, California, a coalition in the Los Angeles area, in the San Bernardino area, here in Palm Springs, and you'll actually hear from some of our community members that are here today. So I first want to say that I was extremely excited to hear the first speaker really reference the fact that there's excessive compensation at Edison, because I think that's really something that goes to, when you're looking at over 3 years, $2.9 billion, when you add all of those together, test year and the 2 years after that Edison is seeking. It's actually the highest amount that any utility company has ever sought before the Public Utilities Commission in terms of a rate increase. And I think what I would really add in terms of compensation at the end is that there's also more than 30 individuals in 2006 that made over $1 million. And we're not just talking about what the CEO is making, but we're talking about individuals who are within the company, within those lower levels. And to me, that really is representative of a company that's not addressing what it needs to be addressing. And what it needs to be addressing is that there is a disproportionate impact that will be occurring on low-income consumers, on moderate-income consumers, upon small businesses, because we're in a recession right now. And that's a very important piece to this. And when Edison was thinking about when they wanted, that's unfortunate. If they're supposed to be investing in workforce and they're supposed to be investing in education, and that's what this rate increase is going towards, we're not seeing that. And those are numbers from 2006, which I can't even begin to think about what the 2007 numbers would look against this. So it's really for us at Greenlining making sure that if Edison is asking for this much money, this incredibly high amount, that they are justified in getting it. And we simply do not believe, our coalition does not believe, our community members do not believe, and I think the community members you've already heard from today, and will continue to hear from today, feel the same way. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Faith Bautista, B-A-U-T-I-S-T-A. I'm the Executive Director of Mabuhay Alliance. It's a nonprofit Asian organization and is serving other minority groups throughout Southern California. I'm here today representing some people in Palm Springs area. To me, I'm not really protesting the rate increase because, as you mentioned, you have to pay something and you got to do that. But Southern California Edison has to be reasonable for the rate increase. And there's got to be some commitment between Southern California Edison and the community groups that they're serving. Like Talia mentioned, on the supplier diversity, for example, I've seen the report. I lead a nonprofit on the programs for supplier diversity, and the business that's being given to Asian community is very, very low. They have to make a commitment in doing business, not just the first-year supplier, but the second, third, or fourth. They have to give business back to the community that they're serving. They have to give the business to the people that they're asking money from. And on the philanthropy side, it's always frustrating when John Bryson is getting 65 million. Really, how can you spend that much money? And on the Asian community, they have given $324,000 in 2006. That's 6 cents per person. The nurses here alone in Palm Springs are paying so much, especially in the desert area, just for the electricity alone. And for them to get just a 6 cents, and I don't even know that they're getting it there. I believe this just focused in Orange County and Los Angeles based on what I read and what I saw on the philanthropy of Southern California Edison. It's a wrong timing to ask for rate increase. Millions of homeowners are losing their homes. In fact, Southern California Edison should even give back to lower the rate that utilities. They can barely pay their mortgage, that alone, their utilities, and unfortunately, they have to pay utilities no matter what, because there'll be no cooking, no electricity at all. So more consideration of that. In fact, there's got to be a program on giving low income or moderate income special deals right now, especially for the people that are being foreclosed. The other thing that I really would like to encourage Southern California Edison is to consider the minority groups. Filipinos alone, there are 250,000 Filipinos. 1 million Filipinos in the whole California. Southern California probably is 700,000. Asian, the Filipinos, the Vietnamese are not getting the piece of the pie. But yet, you are getting tremendous amount of rate from them. So, considering that for rate